They thought killing one human would scare us. They chose the wrong human, and the wrong reason. The broadcast went live across 300 inhabited systems. In the center of the frame, a single human knelt unarmed, bloodied, wearing the white uniform and red cross that every spacefaring species recognized. He was a medic, Captain Elias Monroe of the Human Expeditionary Medical Corps. He'd been captured while evacuating wounded civilians from a neutral colony during the Kharrix occupation. No weapons, no armor, just his medical tools and blood that wasn't his own. The Kharrix Dominion didn't care. Their high executor, a towering figure in black ceremonial armor, stepped into frame. His mandibles clicked with amusement as his words were translated across the galaxy. Humans claim moral superiority, the executor sneered. They say even war has rules. Today we prove how fragile those rules are. Behind Monroe, a holodisplay replayed images of him treating Kharrix wounded and soldiers. He was binding their limbs, stabilizing their breathing, refusing to let them die. The executor laughed, a harsh, grating sound. This creature saved our warriors. For this crime, he will die. Monroe lifted his head. His face was a mask of bruises, one eye swollen completely shut. But when he spoke, his voice was unbelievably steady. "I'm a medic," he said, his words echoing with a quiet certainty. "I don't choose who deserves to live." The executor leaned in, his voice dripping with contempt. "Then choose your final words." Monroe stared directly into the broadcast lens, his gaze piercing through the screen and into the hearts of trillions. "If anyone's watching," he said, "remember this wasn't an act of war." He paused, letting the weight of his next words sink in. It was a choice. The execution was swift. A plasma lance fired. The feed cut out half a second too late. Across human space, something ancient and terrible awoke. For 23 seconds there was absolute silence. Then, every human embassy in Kharrix-controlled territory transmitted the exact same message. Just 5 words long. Medic executed. Geneva status. Void. The Kharrix didn't understand what that meant. They were about to. Human fleets didn't mobilize with rage. They mobilized with cold, terrifying precision. There were no declarations of war, no grand speeches, no ultimatums. There was only arrival. Human warships dropped into Kharrix core space without any warning, bypassing their border defenses using a type of navigation math the Dominion hadn't thought was even possible. They didn't target cities first. They targeted infrastructure. Orbital shipyards vanished in perfectly coordinated strikes. Energy grids across entire planets collapsed in an instant. Military databanks were wiped clean by tailored AI viruses that rewrote themselves faster than any Kharrix countermeasure could react. Then came the ground war. Human soldiers landed with black bands on their armor, one for each medic killed in recorded history. They advanced methodically, disabling defenses, securing civilian populations, and broadcasting evacuation routes in every known language, including Kharrix. When Kharrix commanders screamed for mercy, the human response was chillingly cold. "You executed a non-combatant," the transmission stated. "There is no escalation beyond that." When the Kharrix tried to surrender, the humans refused. Not until one condition was met. The Dominion was forced to broadcast something new. Not propaganda, not defiance, a trial. Every single official involved in Captain Monroe's execution stood in chains before the galaxy. The evidence was played unedited. Medical footage, testimony from civilians he had saved Kharrix and non-Kharrix alike. The verdict was unanimous. The sentence was human. At the end, the executor begged, "You cannot destroy an entire world for one life," he pleaded. The human judge replied with calm finality. "No," she said. "We destroyed your belief that you could." The Kharrix military command was systematically dismantled. Their entire doctrine of war was rewritten under human supervision. Their worlds weren't destroyed, but every weapon capable of orbital harm was taken apart and launched, piece by piece, into their own star, slowly so that everyone, across the entire galaxy, could watch. Today, in the Galactic archives, Captain Elias Monroe isn't listed as a soldier, he's listed as a turning point, a reminder etched into interstellar lore in bold, untranslatable human text that simply reads, "Medics are off limits," because the galaxy learned a vital lesson that day. You can kill a human, you can even kill a healer, but if you do it proudly, humanity won't just fight you. They will make sure your civilization never ever forgets why it was wrong. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, be sure to like and subscribe for more.